Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Club Passim virtual open mic. Thank you for being here with us here tonight. We have got a dozen great performers for you. Let me tell you a little bit about Club Passim before we get started. This is presented by Club Passim. Passim is a nonprofit organization in Harvard Square. We've been running as a venue there in one way or another since the Club 47 opened up back in 1958 for the last 25, nearly 26 years now. No, actually 26 years now. We have been a nonprofit organization. As a nonprofit, we are a music venue where we would normally have shows 7 nights a week. We have outreach programs. We have our School of Music, a BCM Fest, our Celtic Festival that we just ran last weekend. And also we give out grants through our Iguana Music Fund and the Passim Emergency Artist Relief Fund. We're able to do all of this. We're able to keep presenting music to you night after night online these days through the help of folks like you making donations and becoming members of Passim. You can make a donation to tonight's show at passim.org/open mic. Your donations help us out tremendously so that we will have a safe place to go back into once we are able to. So thank you for your continued support. Thank you for being here for the open mic tonight. It is a 2-song or 10-minute open mic, whichever comes first per performer. It's not just going to be 10 minutes in entirety. That would be a very fast open mic, and I should be talking a lot faster than I am now if that were the case. And I probably talk too fast anyway. But please do make a donation and also share this link. If you're tuned in now, share it on Facebook or grab the link from YouTube and paste it somewhere else. Just paste it on the wall on a little sticky note, and maybe someone will see it when they're walking by your desk. We're so excited to be presenting music to you folks. We've got an interesting week from Club Passim this week. Tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, we are going to be teaming up with Paste Magazine and doing Paste sessions from Club Passim from noon to 8 o'clock tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. We do have a streaming show tomorrow evening with Mike Agranoff here on our normal streaming channels. But the Paste sessions are going to be through the Paste Facebook and YouTube, but we will also have them linked into our passim.org/stream site. So thank you for tuning in and being here with us. We've got a lineup here tonight, and we're going to kick things off with John O'Leary. John, welcome back.
Thanks, Matt. It's always good to be back.
Yeah, good to have you. What have you got for us tonight?
Well, I got 2 songs I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to keep one name. I'm just going to be one person tonight, so keep it easy. This is a song about anybody who could become a somebody, but loved by nobody. She could be anybody who worked upon a morning light, a small town flower store. She dreamed of more than just a life of no significance. She could only hope for some deliverance. Nobody loved her, nobody listened when she talked. A flower with themes and color schemes and gifts that meant a lot. Nobody loved her for all the days she worked the shop. Nobody loved the girl the world forgot. She could be somebody who'd write a story of her own and live a life in present tense, where she could find a path to new experience. She knew someday she could make a difference. Nobody loved her, nobody listened when she talked. A flower with themes and color schemes and gifts that meant a lot. Nobody loved her for all the days she worked the shop. Nobody loved the girl the world forgot. The The months passed by, the years rolled on. He was a nobody. He lived a quiet life alone. When he knocked on people's door, they'd ask, "Who's there?" He'd always laugh and answer, "Nobody." But when he met her, he felt instantly like somebody had touched his heart. Nobody loved her. Nobody listened when she talked. A flower with themes and simple dreams and gifts that meant a lot. Nobody loved her, no matter what some people thought. Nobody loved the girl the world forgot. The girl who had a gift nobody got. Nobody loved her. Take these phones off without strangling myself here. Always great to be back at Passim, even if it's just virtually. I played at an old folk club in San Clemente recently, the Four Muses, which was, in its day, was a big deal in Southern California, San Clemente. But it got closed. It closed in the 70s, and I played way back when I played there. Of course, I'm dating myself, but I save about $30 a weekend doing it. But anyway, my friends in Southern California, because I used to live there, were annoyed that I didn't tell them I was out there. I had to explain that I was actually in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, Brookline, Massachusetts, while playing at the Four Muses. Anyway. And this next song is about Chestnut Hill. It's a blues song, cleverly called the Chestnut Hill Blues. And trigger warning, this is some tough stuff because people really feel the blues in Chestnut Hill. When I got up this morning, my MacBook Pro was gone. When I got up this morning, my MacBook Pro was gone. Gone. They got my laser printer, my iPad, my CD-ROM. I have my modem working, but it don't work no more. Don't work no more. I have my modem working, but it don't work no more. They cleaned me out, baby, and then snuck out the door. Eat your heart out, Elmore. Now, when I was a young boy, I had the Chestnut Hill Blues, the real blues. When I was a young boy, I had the Chestnut Hill Blues. I had to borrow from my daddy so I could pay them dues. The Chestnut Hill Blues. That's the real blues.
That's John O'Leary with the Chestnut Hill Blues. So sad. It really hits. Really hits deep. Hits deep. Thanks for playing for us again.
You betcha.
All right. Coming up now, someone that we got to have, I believe, at our open mic last month, tuning in from Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. We've got Sasha Warren.
Hi.
Sasha, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Well, thanks for coming and playing for us again. What have you got for us tonight?
A couple of, I guess, older songs, but by older I mean I wrote them in May instead of in October. So
The hits, the classics, the classics.
Right, precisely.
All right, well, take it away, Sasha.
Awesome, thank you. All right, just get my headphones off. I have a couple of cats who are feeling quite boisterous, so if I'm joined by feline friends, don't be alarmed. I know they live here. Here we are again. Closed doors and crumbling walls, the rubble drowns my bed frame. I can't tell if it's my legs anymore, or if it's the floor that's shaking. Forget the words, but keep the feeling in my throat, still buried under decades of debris. I'm too exhausted to face the wreckage. I didn't think you'd come back for me. Pick through the mess, scrounge for scraps in the chaos we won't address. In shattered picture frames, we turn up ghosts. You snatch away the photographs like you did before. It's time to lie again, as if we don't know better yet. My feeble body, my rotten blood, my stubborn disbelief, my reticence to run. It's not about recovery, just reducing harm. And so I watch your hair fall out with bruises on my arms. Forget the words, but keep the feeling in my throat, still buried under decades of debris. You fill a suitcase with things you will replace, knowing your despair takes everything from me. Pick through the mess, scrounge for scraps in the chaos we won't address. In shattered picture frames, we turn up ghosts. You snatch away the photographs like you did before. It's time to lie again, as if we don't know better yet. Dissatisfied, discontented, scolded by the silence. Our coldness implemented. Extend a rope out of obligation, because the tremors caught us both. But who are you to me? Pick through the mess, scrounge for scraps in the chaos we won't address. In shattered picture frames, we turn up ghosts. You snatch away the photographs like you did before. It's time to lie again, as if we don't know better yet. It's not a case of if but when. It's not a case of if but when. It's not a case of if but when. And who are you to me? It's not a case of if but when. It's not a case of if but case of if but when, and who are you to me? Cool. Well, that one is called Sandworm. I forgot to announce that at the beginning. And then this next one that I think I wrote like a whole 2 weeks after is called Tongue. So I hope you enjoy. Wrote down all the things that I wish that I said to you when we shared our time. We sat in the park, we just talked, trading back and forth new wasted lines. Writing letters on the bus again, I find myself so eloquent, hardly believe the words are mine. I sleep through the day, leave the death on my pillowcase. You can't change my mind. I started to lie to my therapist. I spend a lot of hours but cannot make the most of it. The bridge in my pocket, the train on my tongue. Tell me again that I should have won. Climb into a ditch, rot into the earth again. How dare you say that I don't really want it? Don't you see it coming? I want to believe that you think of me, a sunrise somewhere that I have yet to see. Let me in, let me be, leave some silence for me, leave a breath in between the words breaking my teeth. I half expect to fall out of my skin. I could never tell anyone, though I want to begin. The train in my pocket, the bridge on my tongue. Tell me again, I should just sleep it off. Climb into a ditch, rot into the earth again. How dare you say I don't really want it? Don't you see it coming? The glamour of the tragedy, idolize my misery. Forget what you said, don't you have somewhere else to be? The glamour of the tragedy, idolize my misery. Forget what you said, don't you have someone else to see? To see. The bridge in my pocket, the train on my tongue. Tell me again, I can't do what I've done. Climb into a ditch, rot into the earth again. How dare you say that I don't really want it? Don't you see it coming? Cool. That's that. Thanks again for having me. I had a great time.
That's Sasha Warren. Beautiful stuff. I'm so glad you're coming back and playing for us. Please keep coming and let us know when
I
you've
will.
got some recorded music for us.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks
All
so
right,
much.
great. That's Sasha Warren, everybody. Coming up next, we're going to come back here to Massachusetts again, just a little bit up the bike path here from me here in Somerville, out west a little bit, I think up to Bedford. We've got Mark Zellermeyer playing for us.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm doing fine.
Excellent, excellent. Well, what have you got for us tonight?
A couple of new ones. This first one is called More Like the Past. standing by the side of the roadway with nothing but my thoughts. My head is filled with whimsy, my gut tied up in knots, on the road to permanence, to something that could last, always within my reach, beyond my grasp. Cars are speeding by me, they got someplace to go, off to meet some people, learn things they should know. It's not the first time I've been here, it will not be the last, always within my reach, beyond my grasp. A wise man once told me, listen to your heart, the end is less important than the start. Here I am on the shoulder, no place to go, killing time, adding weight to my load. Wise man once told me, listen to your heart, the end is less important than the start. Oh, but here I am on the shoulder, no place to go, killing time, adding weight to my load. The sun is nearly setting, lights are turning on, air is getting colder, winter's coming on. Sometimes it seems the future is more like the past, always within my reach, beyond my grasp. Sometimes it seems the future is more like the past, always within my reach, beyond my grasp. Always within my reach, beyond my grasp. Well, I think a lot of singer-songwriters get a bad rap for writing songs that are generally depressing, especially about matters of the heart. And I admit I've written my share of songs in that category, but I'd like to end on hopefully a more optimistic note. This is a brand new song that's anything but depressing. It's called The Only One. And by that, I don't mean it's the only happy song I've ever written. I've written others, but you'll see what I mean. I've been meek, I've been bold, not so young and not too old. What I know, truth be told, you're the only one for me, only one for me. The day we met, you lit a spark. My spirit soared, you touched my heart. I knew it then, right from the start. You're the only one for me. Only one for me. And when it rains and darkness falls, when it snows and when it squalls, I'm just fine within these walls. Your smile is like a summer day. And when it rains and darkness falls, when it snows and when it squalls, I'm just fine within these walls. Your smile is like a summer day. Kids are grown, they moved away. Lives of their own, they're on their way. You and I, oh, we're here to stay. Only one for me. Only one for me. Only one for me. Yeah, you're the only one for me. Thanks, and see you the next time.
That's Mark Zellemeyer with 2 new songs for you all. Thanks for playing for us here tonight, Mark. Good to see you again.
My pleasure. Take care.
All right. All right, so like I said, we've got a few nights of Paste sessions live from Club Passim happening over the next couple of days. Tomorrow, we're going to start with a band called Ripe at noon, and then at 2:30, we'll have Marcarelli. At 5 o'clock, we will have Katie Jones, and at 7:30, we'll have Elisa Amador, all playing sets live from Club Passim. So check that out on our website at passim.org/stream, and we'll have the schedules up there for Thursday and Friday, including folks like Melissa Ferrick, Chris Smither, Martin Sexton. Lots of great stuff coming up over the next few days at Passim. We've got Lauren Balthrop on Saturday night. Lots of great stuff happening coming up, and including next month, we're going to be doing some live streaming showcases for Folk Alliance International. So keep an eye out on our schedule at passim.org/stream. We just had our Celtic Festival happen this past weekend, and already we're gearing up for the 2021 festival season. We'll have our Bluegrass Festival, Campfire Festival. Keep an eye out for everything that we've got going on. We're going to keep things going virtually until we're able to get back in the room and be with you all. So thank you for being there. Coming up now, we're going to hear from another regular at our open mic. Here's Mr. Dan Tappan.
Hey, Matt.
Dan, do you have your a big plan for tomorrow for Inauguration Day? Are you going to celebrate in any kind of way?
Hadn't come up with a plan, but now I think I may just watch all those Paste streams.
See, perfect. See, we're providing a soundtrack to the world with our afternoon shows. Well, Dan, we're happy to have you back. What have you got for us today?
Got a couple of originals. Been doing this one in honor of our soon-to-be ex-president. The sooner the better. There's a phrase from the sages come down through the ages when karma comes scratching at your cabin door. An answer to shamelessly blaming the stars is what it is, 'cause you are what you are. Is what it is, 'cause you are what you are. Voice on the wind calls from afar when the crows come to roost and the ship hits the bar. Is what it is, 'cause you are what you are. Building a tower of lies and deceit till truth breaks the wall and it falls at your feet. Then taking a victory lap in your car is what it is, 'cause you are what you are. Is what it is, 'cause you are what you are. Voice on the wind calls from afar when the crows come to roost and the ship hits the bar. Is what it is, 'cause you are what you are. Though some say the future's determined by fate carving patterns in stone, there are forks in the road where your footprints reveal the cracks, the faults are your own. Is what it is, 'cause you are what you are. A voice on the wind calls from afar when the crows come to roost and the ship hits the bar. Is what it is, 'cause you are what you are. Is what it is, 'cause you are what you are. Thank you. So this one is brand new. Peter Mulvey is doing a songwriting group as part of his Patreon. And if you're a songwriter, you really ought to look into it. And last week, the prompt was, "Let's pretend." This is what came out. Let's pretend there's a golden land where all the people understand they're working hand in hand. We'll build a better future. Let's pretend that all are equal to the law and to each other as our sisters and our brothers. And we share a common virtue. Let's pretend an obligation to the helpless and the needy, not the selfish and the greedy. Those who dodge the law in the end, as we pretend and trust it leads our feet along the path. Let's pretend this is the hour, and we have the power, and then what we pretend may come to pass. Let's pretend there's a beacon shining brightly on the hill. Its light erasing shadows and exposing lying shills. Let's pretend that we're a nation of laws and not of men. Let's pretend to hold accountable the ones who'd bring it down. Let's pretend there's a better way than hatred and division. And guided by the truth, people make a good decision in the end. As we pretend and trust, it leads our feet along the path. Let's pretend this is the hour, and we have the power. And then what we pretend may come to pass. Let's pretend this is the hour, and we have the power. And then what we pretend will come to pass. Thank you.
Dan Tappan, let's pretend is such a great prompt.
It is.
You know,
Well,
it
that's
really
Peter for you.
It totally. I mean, because you can take that in so many ways, and I feel like that was sort of a reimagining of Imagine. You know, like another take on the song Imagine, and really great stuff. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Matt.
You bet. All right, coming up now, we are going to have our comedy for the evening. We've had some stand-up happening at the open mic, and we're always happy to have it. So if you've got some stand-up, bring it on. Please welcome Laura Amaru. Hello, Laura. You are muted right now. You'll need to unmute yourself because comedy is more audio than visual. I mean, for
You're
some.
right. Can you hear
For
me
some.
now?
We can hear you now. We can hear you now. Where are you coming
Awesome.
to us from?
Well, I come from a very exotic place to you. I am from Luxembourg in Europe.
Wow.
I'm
excellent.
probably the first one you're hearing, so
And how did you find us?
I have been doing some online gigs, which is very helpful in the pandemic. And
Sure.
as I like to do them in English, I just Google them in English.
And there we were.
So I do them all over America without actually being there.
Well, that's fantastic. It's the cheapest tour you've ever could possibly do. Well, we're
Yeah.
excited to have you here. Take it away, Laura Amaru.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. All right. So, yes, I'm from Luxembourg, a little country in the middle of nowhere. You probably or likely haven't heard of it from now, which is not the case for me. I've heard a lot of the US. I get most of the media from there. Well, it's also by choice. And so I've thought I'm going to do some stand-up, which is a lie. I'm sitting. I'm very new to this. It took me a whole pandemic to think about it, to finally get the courage and to start. And now I'm probably have to stop very soon as we all get vaccinated. Well, I might have a couple of years left by the speed that you're going. The reason why I might have to stop is that here in Luxembourg, we are very well known for our finances, but not for our comedy. There is no comedy club. Ooh. I imagine that whenever I tell a joke, people would laugh, but I'm not hearing anyone. Wait, there it is. There it is. I can hear the laughter. I can hear it. I can hear it there in my mind. Yes, the voice is back. The voice is back. Thank you. This pandemic has been so long. I have had so many discussions with the different voices in my head. It's crazy. And you know what I figured out? I'm actually not your typical Luxembourgish person. I spent 3 years traveling, hitchhiking, and camping through South America. That's not a typical thing to do in this country. And so I thought I was very courageous to do that. But during this long pandemic, I actually figured out that I have a very, very critical self-talk. You know, when the different voices in your head are talking to one another? Well, there is one sneaky little voice in my head that I've never really listened to and that has come to the surface now. And it says, you are wrong. Whatever you do is wrong. You are guilty. You are to be blamed. It's horrible. I don't even know where it comes from. I mean, whenever the phone rings, I go, oh my God, who is this? Who is gonna blame me? And when a car passes by, oh no, they're here to take me. And the worst is, I haven't done anything. I am not to be blamed for anything. Just imagine, okay, well, this did not happen during the pandemic because I didn't travel. But before, when I traveled, whenever I would take a plane and I'd go through airport security, I always wanted to prove that I was not guilty at all. So I'll take off my shoes, I put out my laptop, I take off my belt, I put everything there before the officer even talks to me. I'm the very nice girl who does everything right, the nice, white, posh girl. Yeah, that's me. So I get everything right. But then still, when I go through, I think, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, they're going to find something on me that I didn't know. I will have a weapon somewhere that I did not know of. Somewhere on me, there's a weapon. There's something, some explosives. Yeah, oh my God, they're going to find it. Relax. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Do you know what? I have an idea. So that we can make this work. There you go. The voice is back. Except there was this one time I flew through Texas. I actually was just changing planes, and I went to Nicaragua, and my boyfriend was already there, and he told me they didn't have any weed there. Okay, yeah, I'm the girl who does everything right, but I do smoke weed. Shh. So, no, I don't. And I put some weed in my backpack, and I went through security. Everything went fine. I went down towards my terminal when an officer stopped me and said, "Madam, we're just doing some random checks. Will you please come with me? And we're gonna check your backpack." So I thought, okay, fine. This time I actually was not nervous. And I kept thinking about this. Why was I not nervous there? Why was the tension not there? Well, the reason why is because suddenly I felt in my field I was the hero who could get through without being found out. So I got there, I started slowly unpacking my backpack. I knew exactly where the weed was stashed. When suddenly there came another officer next to me with another guy who was very hippie. He was, but not in a good way. He was smelly. He had ragged clothes. He was bad-mouthed, and the officer asked him to unpack his backpack. And he started to insult him, and why do I have to unpack it? And he was just getting very, very loud. And I used this very smart. I was just looking over, a little bit embarrassed that this was happening. It wasn't happening to me, so therefore I can feel embarrassed about someone else. And then I looked back at the officer and kind of rolled my eyes like, oh my God, what's he doing? I looked back, and suddenly the officer he said, "It's okay, madam, you can go. You surely don't have anything." And he just let me go. And I thought, wow, this one time I actually did have something illegal with me, and I wasn't nervous. I didn't know how to get through, and I did it. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. There you go. The worst thing of this realization, though, of this negative self-talk in my mind, is that I could be a really good criminal if I actually wanted to get there. You know, I just remember this one time where I was hitchhiking in Peru. There was, I don't know if you know anything about Peru, but they're very macho. I was on this road and there was a police car just stopping people for random checks, and I was hitchhiking. So a guy left me off there because he had to go in to a different direction, and he asked the police officers if they would help me, as they were stopping cars anyway. They could ask nicely if anyone would take the nice white lady with them, the gringa, how they say. And it was cold, it was windy. All the police officers, they came, oh yeah, I'm the big man, you're gonna like me, woman. Then I thought, it's so cold, go wait in the car, there it's warmer. So I actually went in the car, and what did I see? The key was in the ignition, there was a gun lying next to it, and I already saw myself just hopping over, taking the gun, starting the car, and like Bonnie and Clyde just driving through a strange country with a police car robbed. I mean, it was hilarious. And just at that moment, the police officer came in and very, very shameful, like, took away the gun and the key. And I was wondering, why the hell was I laughing that much? So I think my time is up. I thank you for all your laughters or non-laughters. And that's it from my side. I am Laura Amaru. I'm coming directly from Luxembourg. Let me get...
That is Laura Amaru from Luxembourg. Thank you for performing for us. I hope we were laughing more than the voices in your head. And Passim, everyone should know this now, that Passim is your #1 go-to source for stand-up comedy from Luxembourg. We're the place. We're the place. Thank you, Laura. Thank you for performing for us. Stand-up comedy from Luxembourg. That's what we specialize in here at Club Passim. We get folks from all over. Like, we have truly become quite the international open mic, and it's very, very cool to see how far and wide people are tuned in from. So, I mean, Luxembourg, it's probably after midnight, right? It's got to be after midnight. We've still got some great performers still to come. Up now, we've got Rob Beretta, my Discogs buddy. Rob, how are you?
Great. How are you, Matt?
Good. How's your record collection going?
Oh, I've been reconnecting with some old records and finding out some of them are scratchy, so I'm like rebuying Joni Mitchell and Jackson album, just trying to get them cleaner.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I know all about the rebuying
ends,
the things. Yeah, true. And you find a nice copy of something you already have a copy of, and it's like, well, this is a nice copy. I have to buy that.
Right.
Of course.
And, then the trick is, I did the Marie Kondo thing, and I hugged every record, and they bought me. So I can't get rid of them.
Exactly.
So
Sparking joy everywhere.
Right.
All right, Rob, what have you got for us tonight?
There's been so much breaking news that I wrote a song called Unbreaking News. And it's not about running away, but it is about break. Another shooting tonight in the chapel, and the bravest ran in to protect. There's war on the screen, and storms moving in. Headlines just trumpet what's wrecked. Still here we lie underneath our own sky, and our unbreaking news keeps us sane. Our unbreaking news keeps us sane. Unbreaking news. There's rising outside, and often I'm there, and I'm raising my fist with my friends. There are dark days, and I truly believe this is where the good old way ends. But still here we lie underneath our own sky, and our unbreaking news keeps us sane. Our unbreaking news keeps us sane. Unbreaking news. Pull the cable out, shut off the phone, turn the world down for a while. Make your own peace being together alone. Yourselves time in exile. You know we can't turn our heads when there's trouble to break, 'cause we have to be citizens here. It's drowning what's good even still. Take time disappear. So now here we lie underneath our own sky, and our unbreaking news keeps us sane. Our unbreaking news keeps us sane. Unbreaking. Still here we lie underneath our own sky, and our unbreaking news keeps us sane. Our unbreaking news keeps us sane. Unbreaking. Unbreaking. Unbreaking news. A lot of static. Let me see if I can do one thing. We'll talk here and switch internets. Sorry, I had the same trouble with an Ethernet cable, and it doesn't seem to be helping. See if this does anything. At least make it. Can someone type this any better? Well, I'll just play. So this is last year, before the current crop of insanity. I thought it could serve as a benediction for the inauguration. It's called Hymn Untitled. Don't let our vision be broken. Even through this dark night severe, may the flag fly as the smoke. Those monuments stand that can build up from frames. Don't let our mission lay broken. Don't let old sicknesses storm back. Even though the lies spread fear, let's wake ourselves to what's happening here. We know there are cures where outbreaks soar like flames. Let old ignorance storm back. Don't steal our hearts, our mind games. Do not, after all we've seen, let common sense die in, but see cauterized souls cured in new harmony. Come, healing hearts, rise to the calling. Et vitam venture seculi. Amen. Amen.
That's Rob Beretta. Everyone, make sure you visit robberetta.com to listen to Rob's music. Yeah, we were having a little bit of an internet connectivity issue. It was kind of cutting in and out a little bit, but visit robberetta.com where you can find Rob's music without problems, without the modern problems of streaming shows. Great to see you, Rob. Thanks for playing for us again.
Thank you, Matt. Bye.
All right, folks, you are tuned in to the Passim virtual open mic. You can make a donation at passim.org/open mic. We appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. I want to remind you again that we've got a string of shows happening this week with Paste. We're having their Paste live sessions coming live from Club Passim. Our lineup for the next few nights: tomorrow we are going to have, so these are sets that are going to be at 12:30, or pardon me, 12 o'clock, 2:30, 5 p.m. and 7:30 to give plenty of time to clean up and be very COVID safe about everything. Tomorrow at noon we'll have Ripe. At 2:30 is Marcarelli. At 5 p.m. we have Katie Jones, and at 7:30 we have Elisa Amador. And then on Thursday we're going to have at noon Chris Smither. At 2:30 is Squirtle Flower. At 5 p.m. is Melissa Ferrick. And 7:30 is Wunderbar. And then on Friday, we're going to have Chadwick Stokes at 12 p.m. At 2:30 will be Peter Mulvey. At 5 p.m. Dwight and Nicole will close off at 7:30 with Martin Sexton. A great lineup through Paste, and we are thrilled to be connecting and working with them on these live streams. You can check in at passim.org/stream, but also make sure to follow Paste on all of their social media because they are a big voice in getting the word out about these artists. So thanks to them, and we appreciate you being here, tuned in with us here now. Coming up next, we're going to hear from, I believe, a first-timer to our open mic. We've got Tom Green.
Yes. Hi, how are
Hello,
you?
Tom. Good.
Hey,
Good.
hi.
Where are you tuned in from?
I'm just from Watertown. Not far.
Oh, locally. All right. Great. Great.
Yes.
Well, we are excited to have you
Previous
here.
person,
Have you been?
Luxembourg.
Yeah, you're a little more local than Luxembourg. Yeah. Well, you know, it's nice to have people from all over. Take it away, Tom.
Okay, thank you. I do a couple of guitar instrumentals. The first is a kind of bluesy tune called Traveling Man. Next couple of Irish gigs to get through them better.
It seems that we may have lost Tom. We're having some internet issues. I think that it's folks outside of us and that it's not us indeed, because we're using this platform that brings everybody in together. Hopefully the internet itself is not dying out before tomorrow. It seems to me that some folks are still okay and online. So we're going to try to move on now and see, maybe we can come back to Tom if he gets a better connection and coming back. But right now, I believe she is there and ready to go. We got, I believe, another first timer, Becca Johnson. Becca, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you, and your stream is clear and everything is fine. So the internet is still working in many places.
Good to know.
That's good to know. Where are you tuned in from?
I am currently in South Carolina, but normally based in New Jersey.
Excellent, excellent. And what brought you to us?
Google. Just found you guys online.
That is the general answer these days, is the Google finds us.
Yep.
Which is a good thing. It's a
just
good thing.
really miss like live performances and getting to meet people. So it's one of the few that I've seen, and I'm glad that it's not just restricted to people in the area.
Oh yeah, that's actually been one of the most fun things about it, is we've got people from all over the world, as is represented tonight with having stand-up comedy from Luxembourg. Well, Becca, it is great to have you here, and take it away.
Great. Give me 1 second. Just gonna. I think if I take these off, you can still hear me. So, the first song I'm going to sing is an original. It's called Nomad, and it was inspired from when I used to live in Madrid for 2 years and just my time traveling there. Mama said to me, don't forget your home, no matter where you'll be. No, you're not alone, and even though we'll miss you, your father says to go. Now I'm just passing through in places you don't know. I'm a nomad, wandering around in here, it ain't so bad. Going door to door, carrying all I have. Each new place becomes my home. I'm a nomad, you wanna come along with me, then pack your bag. Explore and laugh a little, all in one backpack. Each new place becomes my home. My sister said to me, send some letters home, no matter where you'll be. No, you're not alone, and even though I'll miss you, life's bigger than you know. So gain a new perspective everywhere you go. I'm a nomad, wandering around in here, it ain't so bad. Going door to door, carrying all I have. Each new place becomes my home. I'm a nomad, you wanna come along with me, then pack your bag. Explore and laugh a little, never coming back. Each new place becomes my home. And every now and then I wonder to myself, will there come a time when I don't want to go somewhere else? 'Cause I'm a nomad, I packed my bag and left without looking back. I've been so many places now I can't keep track. Each new place becomes my home. I'm a nomad, I see the world in color, not in white and black. Explore and laugh a little, all in one backpack. Each new place becomes my home. 'Cause I'm a nomad, I see the world in color, not in white and black. Explore and laugh a little, all in one backpack. Each new place becomes my home. I'm a nomad, I see the world in color, not in white and black. Explore and laugh a little, all in one backpack. Each new place becomes my home. 'Cause I'm a nomad, I see the world in color, not in white and black. Explore and laugh a little, all in one backpack. Each new place becomes my home. next one is also an original, and it's a little more upbeat, so hopefully you'll like it. It's called Darling. You say I always think of you. It's okay, I'm thinking about you too. We may not be together, and sometimes you feel so far away, but I've still got you on my brain, so I'll ask you anyway. Do you dream about me, darling? Do you dream about me, darling? Do you dream about me, darling? How can it be, darling? You're not with me, my darling. Or you and me became a we, didn't we, darling? I don't know why you're so easy to miss. Don't go, I'd like to have one more kiss. And this isn't my first time in love, but it almost feels like it is. And I've still got you in my heart, so I'll ask this question again. Do you dream about me, darling? Do you dream about me, darling? Do you dream about me, darling? How can it be, darling? You're not with me, my darling. Or you and me became a we, didn't we, darling? Our love, it may well go, afraid of the unknown. One day we'll meet again. Well, I just don't know when. In your dreams, darling, I will see you, darling. Though you won't be with me, you're still my darling, darling. Thank you so much.
That's Becca Johnson. Fantastic stuff.
Thanks.
Great to hear you, and great to have you here at the open mic. It was funny because, we had the internet problems earlier. We had stand-up comedy from Luxembourg, so it was already a strange night. And then when you were introing your first song, and you said, this is from when I was in Madrid and my time traveling there. And I was like, you said your time traveling there, but I heard your time traveling there. I'm like, now we have a time traveler at open mic. It's just getting stranger and stranger. Well, thanks for finding us, and thanks for playing for us tonight.
Thanks.
All right, that's Becca Johnson, everyone. Well, he froze up before, and hopefully we can get a second song in now. Please hopefully welcome back Tom Green.
Thank you. Yeah, this would be an Irish jig, or a couple of Irish jigs grouped together. Thank you.
It's Tom Green. Thanks for coming and playing for us. Thanks for coming back and playing for us.
Thank you.
Well, we've got a little bit of extra time here. We're running ahead of schedule. We had someone pull out, so we're going to show you a little bit of what happened this weekend. Speaking of Irish jigs, at BCM Fest this weekend, our Celtic Music Festival, you can find all of these sets online at passim.org/BCMfest. We had a full weekend of Celtic music, and here is something from Martin Beaton and Brillhart. I believe that is what we're going to have. I hope that is what we're going to have. The word is that is what we're going to have right now. To give you a little bit of taste of what we just had at BCS, Boston Celtic Music Festival, you can catch it all on our YouTube page at youtube.com/Club Passim, or you can get the link at passim.org/BCMfest. That's Martin Beaton and Brillhart with a set from our BCM Fest, our Celtic Music Festival that happened this past weekend. You can watch the archive of that at at youtube.com/Club Passim. Great stuff all around, all weekend long. We have got, let's see, we're going to try to get Teresa Miller in here. She is our next performer. We're running a little ahead of schedule, and her video might be frozen, but we're going to bring her on and see. Teresa looks very frozen.
Oh, no.
We hear you.
Oh, do you?
Interesting, we hear you fine, but your video is frozen.
Oh, that's weird.
Would you like to play in still life?
Sure, that's fine.
All right, Teresa, we're going to try Teresa Miller in still life. Teresa, where are you tuned in from? You could be anywhere right now. You could have just put a stock photo up. We don't know where that just could be a Getty image of guitarist in room. And
I'm in Stoughton. Yep, so I'm right around here.
excellent, but you don't sound like you're from Newton.
I am. I'm actually from around this area. I grew up in Randolph.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah.
Well, we are thrilled to have you here. Whether you are still life or real human, please welcome Teresa Miller.
Thank you very much. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting till the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and I watch them roll away again. So I'm gonna sit by the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting by the dock of the bay, just wasting time. Yeah. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I got nothing to live for. Looks like nothing's gonna come my way. So I'm gonna sit by the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, sitting by the dock of the bay, just wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I remain the same. Yeah. Well, I'm sitting here just resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. So I'm gonna sit by the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting by the dock of the bay, just wasting time. Ooh, ooh, ooh. the world comes in, and they come to build a wall between us. You know they won't win. Now I'm towing my car. There's a hole in the roof. My possessions are causing me suspicion, but there's no proof. In the paper today tells of all random waste, but you turn right over to the TV page. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. You know they won't win. Now I'm walking again to the beat of the drum, and I'm counting the steps to the door of your heart. Only shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof. Get to know the feeling of liberation and relief. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. You know they won't win. You know they won't win. You know they won't win. That's it. I wonder if my video is probably still frozen.
Your video is still frozen, but you sound
well.
fantastic.
Oh, thank
You sounded
you.
fantastic. I mean, like, it's amazing how you can sing like that without moving your lips at all. It's just incredible.
I've been working on it.
It's your quarantine talent that you've developed. Yeah. Well, I mean, Crowded House are one of my favorite bands of all time.
Me
so
too.
what a joy to hear that song. I mean, anytime anyone plays a Neil Finn song of any sort anywhere, I'm just locked in. So, I mean,
Thank you.
not that Sitting in the Dock of the Bay is bad either. Certainly not. So great choice of songs, Teresa.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for playing for us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
You bet. That's Teresa Miller. And let's see. Coming up now, we have Nathan Poole. Are you ready for a performance here?
I'm ready to go, Matt. Let's do it.
You're ready to rock. Let's do this. Let's
Why
do
not?
this. All right. Well, I see no reason why not to.
Okay.
So what you got for us tonight?
Yeah, so I'm going to start out with an instrumental tune by James Spate, who's actually my guitar teacher, and then I think I'll do an original after that. I'll get right into it. Let's do it. Your life is more than just a body in a casket. It's more than only words on a stone tablet. It's more than any language could ever explain. Still it helps me to try anyway. Your life is still the blood that pulses throughout my veins. It's still elaborate pathways throughout our brains. It's still the love and respect that you taught me by the way you lived your days. I'm not so sure anymore that we die. Life just takes on a new face. All right, that song was called "Ladies Tobacco," and this is the part where normally in the open mic I would do some interactive banter while I tune my guitar to a different tuning. I've been experimenting a lot with open tunings. They're a lot of fun, but there's just like this awkward silence where you have to retune the guitar, so that's unfortunate. But this next song is going to be an original. I've never played it at an open mic before, and we'll see how it goes. It doesn't have a name yet, so if anybody has any suggestions at all, they're welcome. It's taking a little longer than I thought. All right. Open D. Here we go. Let's try one more time. Here we go. There it is. Thank you so much. Let me put these back on so I can hear you, Matt.
That's Nathan Poole. Sounded fantastic, Nathan.
Hey, thanks so much. I
Great stuff.
appreciate
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, it's with all of the strange things that have been happening tonight. When you came on, I was just like, did we see this? This setup looks familiar from earlier. and I was just like, oh my God. And then Abby let me know. It's like,
Yep.
same setup as Becca.
Familiar white backdrop, same lighting, same direction.
And the mic, specifically the microphone. I was just like, what the hell is going on right now? I'm having a stroke.
No, you're not. You're not imagining it. It's funny. Becca's actually the one that signed me up, and here we are. This is my third open mic ever. So
amazing. Well, you sound fantastic.
I appreciate it. I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
I hope both of you come back.
We will. We will. Thank you so much for having us.
Excellent. Absolutely. Great to meet you, Nathan.
All right. Great to meet you too, Matt.
All right, folks, we have got one more live performer, but before we get to them, we are going to play you the new single from Katie Jones. Katie is going to be part of our Paste Sessions live from Club Passim streaming tomorrow, where you can go to passim.org/stream and catch the shows tomorrow. We're going to have sets at 2 o'clock, at noon, 2:30, 5 p.m. and 7:30 tomorrow. Katie is going to be at the 5 o'clock slot, and this is her new single. That's a new Katie Jones video, Getting Around to It. She's going to be part of the Paste Sessions live from Club Passim tomorrow at 5 p.m. She will be doing a set. I'm always amazed at the commitment of people when they're making videos to dive into a swimming pool fully clothed. Katie also is going to have a live stream of her own as an album release show for that new album, which I'm so excited for, in March. So keep an eye on the Passim schedule for that. We have one final performer here for our open mic tonight. I think it's our final performer. I got to look back at the list. It is our final performer. We got Ben Dehan. Ben, how are you?
How you doing, Matt?
Good, good. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You were at the cello open mic before, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Excellent, excellent. Because there's a cello involved. We're thrilled to have. Now remind me, where are you tuned in from?
We're based out of Baltimore, Maryland.
Excellent, excellent.
Yep.
Well, we're excited to have you back again, closing off this Tuesday, the final before the inauguration.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it'll be the beginning of a good new world.
Yeah.
But take it away. Thanks for being here.
And thank you for having us. This song's Timberlake Road. Again, it's Ben DeHaan, and you can find it on Spotify or wherever you stream music. Here we go again, my love, drawing strength from what's been left. The clouds are closing in above. We'll make it through it all again. And your hands don't care, running through my hair, but your face believes I'm lying. And the world won't wait for us to hesitate. So I guess let's just start trying. It's nothing personal, I'm just a critic in a syndicated world of cynical lovers. It's not unusual, we come together under dark stormy weather till they say it gets better. Say it gets better, it gets better. We come together till they say it gets better. It gets better, say it gets better. Now we're always home alone, but we're older and we miss our friends. The world outside is growing colder now, and I've been staring at that road again. It's nothing personal, I'm just a critic in a syndicated world of cynical lovers. It's not unusual, we come together under dark stormy weather till they say it gets better. Say it gets better, it gets better. Come together till they say it gets better. It gets better, it gets better. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Whoa. Now I'm waiting up alone. Will we make it out okay? I don't wanna go down alone, alone. gets better until they say it gets better. It gets better. Come together till they say it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. Thank you guys. Lost a little bit of my voice in that last one. Again, I am Ben DeHaan, and this is Lauren, and we are Ben DeHaan Music. That song was called Timberlake Road. We're going to play one more for you guys. We want to thank Club Passim for having us again, and all the other artists for participating tonight. You all sounded great from what I heard. So we're going to do one more. This one's called Life Goes On. You can find it on Spotify or, again, wherever you stream music. Goes like this. Wait, you got another day. You got the will to stay. You got someone to lean on. Hey, he works away the day to try and ease the pain, but I want it more than nothing. Again, you lean on me, and still no empathy, when all you want is me. I don't want anything. Life goes on, healing strong. Time moves on, feeling stronger. Wait, good timing's more than fate. We'll renegotiate. You got someone to lean on. Break, it's more than you can take. Without someone to make, you got someone to lean on. Life goes on, healing strong. Time moves on, feeling stronger. Life goes on, healing strong. Time moves on, so will all of this. Don't look back, don't look back, don't look back. Time crumbles with the day, it doesn't care to stay. I'm looking ever forward. Life goes on, healing strong. Time moves on, feeling stronger. Life goes on, healing strong. Time moves on, back. That's all we got. Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.
Ben DeHaan, thank you so much. You two sounded fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, really, really great stuff. Make sure everyone checks out bendehaanmusic.com for all of your music needs. Thank you all for being here tonight for the Passim open mic. Coming up, we've got our regular Tuesday open mic next week and the week after that. And on the second Tuesday in February, we are going to be having one of our themed open mics. The theme is going to be the blues. And just so you all know, so that nobody freaks out, because sometimes people freak out, on the 23rd of February, which is the final Tuesday of February, we are not going to have an open mic. We are going to be streaming our live Folk Alliance International showcases. So we are not going to have an open mic that night. We are going to have showcases happening from 6 to 10 p.m. We want to thank you all for being here and being a part of what we do. You can make a donation to Passim at passim.org/open mic. Thank you for supporting us and being there for us when we need you. We're going to keep doing this until we're able to get back in the room again. Be safe, everyone. It's a crazy week. Be good to each other. Wear your masks. We'll see you next time.